Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Growfolds, and today we will be big box store plant shopping at Lowe's out in North McKinney, Texas. As always, please make sure you are pressing that thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself, as well as give me a follow on my Instagram at Growfolds. If you have any questions about the plants or anything else that you wanted to connect with me, I definitely love that direct message as well. As you can see right here, it is a late afternoon extravaganza that I did whenever I went big box store plant shopping in North McKinney, Texas. Today's video is actually a video I filmed that past Saturday where my flight got canceled to go to New York City for PlantCon New York City 2025. So I decided to make it a productive day and just spend the entire day going big box store plant shopping and filming lots of plants. I just figured that instead of moping around and feeling upset about something that is beyond my control, I went ahead and just visited 3 different types of Lowe's locations. And this one is the furthest one up north out in North McKinney, Texas. You can see that this is a signal of fall season coming around, because look at this. Croton petras or crotons are going to start making it into the big box stores, and you can see right here beautiful crotons. And you already know that once you start seeing crotons and chrysanthemums, it is signifying the fall season in the United States. Now for me, just knowing the care requirements of crotons, they definitely like a lot of light, full sun, and they really need to be grown outdoors. They like hot, humid environments, so it's just quite interesting that crotons are grown to be more of an annual type plant in the United States, where they're used as a decorative plant for the patio or maybe indoors. But long term, those plants definitely need to be in a very bright area where it's getting pretty much full sun. That's what they would prefer. And you can see right here, it is the signal of fall season when you start seeing chrysanthemums. Now, if you're going to grow chrysanthemums, a couple things to keep in mind. You really want to buy chrysanthemums that are not fully in bloom, so you have a longer bloom cycle. Now, if you are to grow chrysanthemums in the ground in your garden, depending on your grow zone, like my grow zone is 8B North Dallas, it will be a perennial plant. And of course, we are looking at these beautiful green Hydra Helix. So for those that are new to the channel, I mispronounce Hedera Helix, which is the correct way to say English ivy. So I want you guys to go ahead and say Hydra Helix. This one is a plant that I will always show at my big box or plant shopping videos, because it is one of the plants that is just so challenging to grow indoors. And I really love the look of English ivies. I say this in every single video. The reason why I love English ivies is, again, because they look like maple leaves. It is a beautiful plant, but it is a plant that is very challenging to grow indoors long term, because it is a spider mite magnet. For some reason, taking a plant like this indoors just attracts spider mites. And so if you do not want a spider mite infestation, I definitely would not grow an English ivy indoors. Now, we're going to be looking at some more of the outdoor plants, and please do not swipe away, click away, or watch another video. Trust and believe that if you are going to see the main event, which is the indoor tropical plants, you're going to see some amazing plants today. And one would highlight one that is basically a very trending plant, and it starts with an A. No, it's not Aglaonemas, even though I do want to hashtag popularize Aglaonemas. You already know, if you are a plant foldie, and for those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. My name is Richie, and I do daily 1-hour plant shopping videos. So hopefully you will continue to join this community. And typically I do live premieres at 7 p.m. Central Standard US time. So join the live chat. Definitely say hello. It is a fun time. And a couple of other things I wanted to highlight as I showcase these beautiful outdoor plants, such as these beautiful coleus plants, is there are a couple of new features. Did you know on YouTube you can actually press the hype button, which gives points to a particular video, which actually helps push it out to more content creator lovers, the ones that actually haven't seen my videos. For instance, if you press the hype button, it will actually push it to more people that love plants. So please hype up these videos if you like. And obviously, if you haven't already seen the new community that I opened under the community tab, you can actually post pictures of your actual plants. You can actually post questions. It's more of like a message board. Shout out to David, our plant foldie in Pennsylvania. That was the first plant foldie to actually post some community tab posts, and also to Eric and everybody else that have posted their plants. I highly encourage it, highly encourage even having an open dialogue on it. So definitely utilize the GrowFolge YouTube community. It's something that I really want to foster because we do have a strong and positive plant community on this channel. So let me get off of the new features of this YouTube channel and start talking about the plants again. You can see right here we do have different varieties of coleus plants. I love coleus plants because they're a very versatile plant. You can grow them as an indoor tropical plant. Yes, you can grow them long-term indoors, or as a patio plant, or even growing them in the ground in the landscape as an annual plant. Coleus plants are very fast growers, but they're also very thirsty growers, or very thirsty plants is what I was meaning to say is you do not want to let their soil dry out completely for too long, otherwise they get droopy. And even though they are a very thirsty plant, for some reason I just really love the easy care of coleus plants. Like, coleus plants are just one plant that you can easily propagate. So these beautiful red maroon ones, for instance, you can take the top part of the plant, cut it and stick it directly into soil, and it has like a 98% chance of actually rooting within like 3 days. That is how high the success rate is for coleus plants. And you can see we have different varieties. In the Philippines, which is where my family is originally from, we call this the Mayana plant. And obviously these plants can grow outdoors year round, but in my grow zone, they definitely need to be brought indoors if you want to protect them from the harsh cold winters. And you can see I love that deep maroon foliage. Now, plant foldies, let me know in the comment section actually if you prefer to grow these types of plants, or are you more of a plant person that likes indoor tropical plants? Like even these Croton petras right here, look at the sea of Croton petras, and I really want to grow a Croton long term indoors. But even though this is for $19.98, for instance, by Nature's Way, I just feel like I will not, number one, have the ample amount of lighting it necessarily requires, and number two, Croton plants are also plants that do not like to stay dry for too long. They are very thirsty plants as well. And number three, Croton plants can actually get spider mites if you do not have the humidity levels or the pest preventative control for these plants. So there's a lot of negatives in terms of trying to grow these plants indoors. But if you are a plant whisperer, and I say plant whisperer because I have a best friend, his name is Isaac. His YouTube channel is Hi JR Sings. If you haven't seen his houseplant tour that I recently uploaded this week, you definitely need to watch it because he can grow plants with very minimal care, and I'm super jealous about that. So I definitely wanted to say, first of all, for those that did watch the houseplant tour of Isaac, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for commenting on his video. I think there were over like 90 comments with a lot of positivity and encouragement, and Isaac was able to read it. So I would hope you guys can check that out. But he is an example of somebody that grows plants because he just wants to grow them. It's not about the monetary value of the plant. It's not about whether it's rare or uncommon. It is all about just growing foliage in the plant. And I think sometimes as plant lovers, we get so consumed with having to collect the most rare plants, the most variegated plants, the most expensive plants. And we forget that if you're able to grow specimens with very minimal care and they're lush, full, and big and gorgeous, that is really what it's all about. But as far as this sea of crotons, like, look at this fire. I love the Croton Mame, and I'm actually tempted to buy this one right here. I think I'm gonna go collect crotons or start my croton collection next year once I get my plants situated and organized in my home. I did talk about it in my last video where I was really contemplating about pivoting my YouTube channel to more of an interior styling channel that features plants, kind of like Benji Plants. He is one of my biggest inspiration when it comes to content creation, because he was able to start with plant care and then it moved to more of like interior design slash lifestyle blog, and I really want to do that. But anyways, I know I'm being a little bit chatty today, and it's because I have a lot of thoughts. I really wanted to actually get this video up a little bit sooner, but this is an example of one of the ways to be productive in terms of dealing with disappointment. So again, I really was disappointed that I was not able to go to New York City PlantCon, but October is coming near, and I'm 100% confirmed to be going to Dallas PlantCon at least that Saturday. So Plant Foldies, making your trip out to Dallas. Let's have a meetup. Let's all hang out. Let's have fun, and let's just celebrate plants together. But anyways, as you can see right here, Plant Foldies, I have walked into this Lowe's location, and I'm just going to show you all of the plants that they have available. You can see that this is super full, and the plants are merchandised and organized well. So let's take a look at what we can see. Liking the vibe of the plants that they have available here. So we did look at some Dracaena Sandriana, or what you call the lucky bamboo plant. We saw a Dieffenbachia, and we're looking at all of these different types of bromeliads. I really like the ones with the pink colors on it, and we're going to spin around here and look at some more Dracaena Sandriana. These ones are by Costa Farms, and you can't go to a Lowe's and not see Costa Farms plants. Same thing when it comes to urban jungle plants. This is a beautiful Aglaonema Golden Bay. I have about 4 or 5 of these Aglaonema Golden Bays, and I wouldn't mind adding even more plants. But you can see as I spin around here and take a look at these plants, we have a very easy care for plant. Dracaena Janet Craig Compacta. This one is by Costa Farms. It is in one of their planters that they have. I do love the yellow color on it, and you know, I've talked about this in a lot of my videos, but I really do believe the aesthetic of your plant styling is really dependent on the types of planters you use. Now, Dracaena Janet Craig Compacta is one of the best plants if you are one that needs a very easy beginner-friendly plant. And I am loving all of these Live Trends design planters. Look at this gorgeous philodendron black cardinal. Huge fan of dark foliage plants. I do think that there is a certain elegance about it. Some people will even collect dark foliage plants and have like a gothic type look. This one is another easy to care for philodendron. It grows more compactly, and this one is for $24.98. I really do like the aesthetic of the planters that Live Trends Design has, and philodendrons like this are very easy to care for plants, ones that I would highly recommend if you want to start a plant collection. And what is really interesting, and really, I say this because I am surprised that we'll find these plants, but I'm going to dig around here. Do you see this? It is an Anthurium. This is such a beautiful Anthurium, and no, it's not the blooming Anthurium that you commonly see. Look at this Anthurium here. Now, for the Anthurium lovers, the ones that love all of those different types of Anthurium hybrids, please leave in the comment section what particular Anthurium this is. But for $24.98, Live Trends Design has actually started to carry Anthuriums, and I remember seeing $5 Anthuriums at Home Depot offered by Proven Winners Leaf Joy, but you can see Live Trends Design has this beautiful Anthurium, and I can't help but look at how beautiful the dark foliage is. And then also I love the fact that this is another one of these plants that you wouldn't have typically seen at a big box store, and for $24.98, I believe that is a really good price for this beautiful Anthurium. It's also in a beautiful planter, and so you can't really go wrong with Live Trends Design plants. Huge fan of it. I love Live Trends Design, the aesthetic especially, but the fact that they are innovating and bringing more plants that we don't commonly see. And this is really my feedback for anybody that has a nursery, a small business, is to offer plants that may not necessarily be seen by others, and to create a new trend. Now, obviously, Anthuriums are trending. I am really tempted to have bought that actual Anthurium. And then you can see right over here, we do have this combination planter of bromeliads, but I want to get close to this other Anthurium here. This is for $24.98. Look at that beautiful texture on the leaves. It reminds me of like a Monstera Peru. And you know, sometimes when we look at plant foliage, it could just be the leaf shape, the texture of the leaves like this, the veining of it, or the coloration, or even just the growth pattern. And that's what makes growing plants so satisfying, is that there is a diversity of different types of aesthetics of the plant. So as I continue to show you all of these big box store plant shopping videos, I do ask that the plant foldies, my viewers, for those that are still watching this video, please leave a comment. Let me know what your aesthetic or what types of plants you like, and obviously let me know what you think about this beautiful Anthurium, because I almost spent some money to buy that Anthurium. But see, the thing about it is I don't necessarily need to add any more plants, because I am really trying to downsize and be more curated in my approach. And you can see right here, as much as Live Trends Design has beautiful planters, Costa Farms is also leveling up their planters. Look at this new planter, self-watering planter, Philodendron Golden Crocodile. Look at the branding, the labeling, just the aesthetic of this Costa Farms planter. I love the matte finish. I love the modern contemporary look, and even the shape of this particular planter. That is really my vibe. And I also love the fact that they have a Philodendron Golden Crocodile. Look at how beautiful that neon color foliage is. And again, in order to maintain that coloration, any neon type plants, you've got to provide lots of bright indirect light. Otherwise, it starts to give you more of a green tone. So for me, I love the fact that you know, Costa Farms is also getting into that modern contemporary vibe. I love the new planters, and I hope they continue to elevate their aesthetic as well. For those that like minimalistic, modern, contemporary looks. Now, if you like a more of a funky look, something with more texture, a little bit more of an eclectic taste, urban jungle planters are the way to go because they do utilize a lot of terracotta planters, mixed media, etc. But yes, for $24.98, I think that is amazing. Also wanted to take the time to thank everybody that is enjoying the tracks of my YouTube channel. So this particular track that you're listening to as I pick up this Aglaonema Golden Bay is called Starting a Journey, and this is created by my friend Jordan. Some great news, I will be getting some more original music to add to my YouTube page, so stay tuned for that. But the track that is playing is called Starting a Journey, and I really love that vibe as well. Thank you for all those that have really enjoyed the relaxing music, because I also listen to the soundtrack that I have for these YouTube videos. Now you can see right over here, plant foldies. We're going to be picking up some more plants. This one is a beautiful Ficus elastica ruby by Urban Jungle Plants. This one is for $19.98. I love Ficus elastica or rubber tree type plants. They do require quite a bit of light. I am currently growing all of my Ficus plants outdoors in full sun, and they are just loving life. So I'm going to go ahead again, plant foldies, and continue to pick up the plants. This video today, I was able to actually edit it and give you some plant IDs. Let me know if you actually like the plant IDs being flashed across the screen. It does take a little bit more time, but I had a little bit more time to edit the this video today, and you can see right here, $24.98 by Live Trends Design. Philodendron Birkin, you do need to give it a lot more bright indirect light in order for it to really get those striping and the variegation. It is reliant on the lighting conditions in order to really push out a lighter stripe for these beautiful leaves. Foldies, you already know we have some beautiful Aglaonema, and this one is an Aglaonema Silver Bay. I wanted to take this down and just show you how beautiful the foliage is. Again, if you are somebody that grows plants, go ahead and buy yourself an Aglaonema. I cannot stress to you guys enough how this plant is an amazing plant. I know everybody loves the variegated plants like the variegated monsteras, philodendrons, alocasias, even people who love Hoyas, who are Hoya heads, or better yet, anybody that loves all of these different types of Anthuriums. Can we hashtag popularize Aglaonema? Like, seriously, why do you not have an Aglaonema? Why are we not going crazy over these easy care plants that haven't really become trending? And I'm really hoping that the campaign to get more people involved in growing Aglaonema, you must really consider it. And I mean, seriously, they're not that expensive. They come in many different varieties. They're great performers. And you know what? If you want to be part of a trend that hasn't become a trend, join the Plant Foldies campaign by posting pictures of your Aglaonema on social media using the hashtag popularize Aglaonema. So we're going to go ahead and continue to pick up some of these plants right here. The joy of being able to go to a Lowe's and spend all the money that you have on these plants. But let's go ahead and take a look at this bonsai supply. Plant Foldies, I am super excited to finally show you my unboxing of the bonsai supplies that I received a generous amount from the Bonsai Supply store. This is a company that is based out in Houston, Texas. I have been using the Bonsai Supply soil for many years now. I used to buy it off of Amazon, but you can actually buy this directly from the bonsaisupply.com. And you can see right here, this is their all-purpose, fast-draining soil that you can utilize for your bonsai. And for those that don't know, the bonsai is the art of growing beautiful miniature trees, and it is one that takes so much dedication. It is definitely creating living works of art. And in order to make living works of art, you really have to have premium soil and supplies. And I am just super excited that the Bonsai Supply company sent me this package of all of the supplies that I have used for many years. So you can see right here, I am struggling to unbox this. This is the organic slow release all-purpose fertilizer that is also made and sourced out in the United States. So all of their supplies in terms of just the soils and their fertilizers are sourced out and created in the United States. You can see right here, it is a gentle organic fertilizer and it is all purpose, so you can utilize it for a lot of your plants. Here's the thing about the Bonsai Supply soil. It is definitely a complete soil. It is one that you can utilize as well for your succulents and cactus. So if you don't necessarily grow bonsai, you can actually utilize their soils because it is fast draining. So it's really good for even your succulents, your cactus, and your sansevieria, any type of plant that just needs fast draining soil. You can see that the Bonsai Supply has also sent me different types of wire gauges, as well as their other fertilizer right over here. You can see that this one is the non-organic fertilizer. So you have different choices, and all of these products you can find on the bonsaisupply.com or bonsaisupply.com. I do have an affiliate link for that. That is going to be in all of my descriptions for my YouTube videos. And I'm just really excited to be able to finally show you all of the amazing products that I received from Bonsai Supply. You can see right over here, this one is the black lava rock. So you can utilize these types of soils to amend your soil. So say you need to make your all-purpose soil a little bit more fast draining, you can utilize a lot of these soil amendments for it. So you can see that I've got 3 different types of soils. I am going to be using the all-purpose mixture that they already have on the very left, and I am so thankful that they even sent me other supplies such as this potting mat and just know plant foldies that I will utilize in another video, a demonstration of using all of their supplies. So I just wanted to show you guys what types of supplies I got from Bonsai Supply. Super excited that I met the owners when I was actually at PlantCon Houston 2025, and I'm just so thankful and honored that they chose me to be one of their affiliates to actually promote and share their products. I mean, you can see right here, we've got some stainless steel scissors, and what I like about the Bonsai Supply supplies that I've received in the past couple of years, aside from just getting this really generous package, is the fact that these soils do work. You can utilize it for a lot of your plants. You don't really have to worry about root rot. It is just fast draining, and I love the fact that all of the ingredients that they use is sourced from the United States. This is made in the USA, and we definitely want to support American products. This is an American company, and I just love the fact that the owners and the company really trusted me to show you all of these soils. So if you are interested in utilizing Bonsai Supply soils, please utilize my promo code for 10% off any of the supplies on your orders. Just use the promo code GROWFOLDS. It's just one word when you check out, and you will receive 10% off your entire order for these supplies. These are high quality supplies. This is some of the best bonsai supplies you can utilize, and this is just great products to use for a lot of your plants in general. So I urge everybody to follow the Bonsai Supply on Instagram and shop today. And plant foldies, you can see right here, for $25.98. We are seeing some Ficus Tiger Bark Bonsai. I ended up buying a Ficus Tiger Bark Bonsai, when I was actually at the Lowe's in Conroe, Texas. What I want to do is actually take one of these beautiful specimens. I consider them pre-bonsai because I feel like there hasn't been enough styling, pruning, and it's not necessarily in a proper bonsai planter. So I am going to actually get one of these and make a video where I am going to show you how to use the Bonsai Supply soil. It is some amazing soils, but as you can see right here, these have some really good movement. Whenever you're looking for bonsai specimens, you want to see the curvature or the movement of the trunk. You want to see that the branches are workable, and it is going to take some time. You know, bonsai just doesn't magically become bonsai. It takes a long time in order to really develop a bonsai. bonsai, whether it's getting the trunks to get thicker, whether it's to get the actual branching to be placed in the way you want it to be. But these are actually good starter bonsai. I really love the curvature of this particular Ficus tiger bark bonsai. Now with this particular bonsai, this one can actually be grown indoors because Ficus do need quite a bit of light, but this one is a little bit more forgiving versus some of the other bonsai trees that you would use. For instance, Japanese maples, conifers, those types of plants definitely need to be grown outdoors. So as you can see right here, $25.95 is not a bad price. Thanks to Costa Farms again for having these plants available. I'm really just curious to see what other plants Costa Farms delves into, because they are readily available whenever you go to a big box store. And I'm just picking up a lot of these bonsai right here. Let me know in the comment section which particular bonsai you would buy. And you know, it's just really exciting to finally be able to just go back and make these big box store shopping videos. Hopefully you are enjoying what you are seeing so far. far as this big box store, this Lowe's out in North McKinney, Texas, you can see that they do have quite a bit of plants. I do like the plants are organized. The plants look healthy. And whenever you're going big box store plant shopping, you want to look for plants, or the majority of the plants should be in a healthy state. If you go to a big box store and you see a lot of plants that might be wilting, or a lot of plants that are just on the verge of going to plant heaven, if you see plants with, spider mites, mealy bugs, or any type of plant pest, I would go with caution on purchasing a plant from that particular big box store, because a lot of these plant pests are very microscopic. You can get a plant that may look healthy, but all the other plants around it are not, and then cause a pest infestation. It is definitely not worth it. So you need to really be selective and aware of what kind of plants you are seeing at these big box stores. So if you see the majority of the plants are lush, full, and healthy, like the Syngonium, for instance, for $16, $20.98, then it is a go in terms of going shopping. I would really caution actually spending your money where there are a lot of plants that are just not healthy, because there is a higher potential of actually being contaminated with plant pests. So that's just some of my tips whenever you're going big box store plant shopping. But as you can see right here, this one is a teardrop peperomia, just the non-variegated form, $20.98, and it is looking fabulous as well. You can see that it's even got some blooms. Some of those I think string like things are actually their blooms. So that means that this particular plant is quite happy. And actually, whenever you see a plant in bloom, that means it's gotten the right ideal environment for it to produce those types of blooms, because a plant actually uses a lot of energy for blooms. I would also say if you are growing houseplants for the foliage, for instance, Aglaonema, whenever you see blooms, I would cut them right away, because that kind of stunts the plant's growth in terms of getting actual leaves to grow. So that's just a couple more of my tips. And then you can see right here, this one is a Live Trends design plant. This is a ZZ Zenzi, one of the easiest plants. I call this one of the indestructible plants. Like, you've purposely got to not do anything in order for it to not actually live in your care. And it is all about keeping plants simple. The plant care has to be simple. Otherwise, why grow plants that are going to continue to create workload for you? Plant foldies, I do want to get your insights on that. I really want to see whether you grow plants that are just basic and easy care. From the houseplant tour that I did with my best friend Isaac, a lot of you guys actually commented about the fact that it was very refreshing to me. It was very refreshing to have that conversation with my best friend, because he literally just grows plants because he likes to grow them. It is not about collecting these rare plants. It is not about the monetary value of the plants. It is not about trying to follow the trends. And I hope that even for myself, I am reminded that I need to be satisfied with the things that I have, and not always feel like I have to be yearning for the things I do not have. I think when you are satisfied with your plant collection, then you find more value, and you find even more happiness with it, because you're not searching for more. And I think a lot of us, at least with life, we're always wanting more. But I think if we become more just satisfied with what the things we have and being thankful for it, I think it's going to make things a lot more meaningful. So I'm curious to see what the plant foldies have to say about that. Feel free to leave it in the comment section below. You already know that I love getting some insights from you guys. I love hearing from each and every one of y'all. So if you take the time to take 30 seconds to write a comment and just let me know your thoughts, I would appreciate it. Now, as you can see right here, plant foldies, we're just walking around and picking up some more plants. So look at this Xanthosoma. This is another trending tropicals plant by Costa Farms for $19.98. Really love the look of this particular Xanthosoma. It's very bright. It almost reminds me of caladium crossed with an alocasia. And you can see as I pan around here and show you more plants, all of the hanging baskets are gorgeous. And then you can see this is the 911 Rescue Me plant. My opinion about Rescue Me plants is these clearance plants, you have to just be with the air of caution about them not having them actually having some potential plant pests. So just be cautious about your Rescue Me plants. And then over here, it is the fall season. Halloween is about a month away, and you can see that Live Trends Design has all of these air plants with these Halloween themed figurines. I think it's super cute. I do commend Live Trends Design for always being seasonally relevant. I love that it makes just growing plants even more fun, because we're also adding an element of interior design, home decor. It makes us want to spend even more money in a sense, because we like to decorate, or at least I do. I've just been really good about not spending money on seasonal items. I like to get things that are a little bit more minimalistic and is actually available to just be as a display year-round versus just a particular season. And you can see over here we have some more Live Trends Design planters. This one is a really interesting one because they're using a woven basket as a planter. So other things I have to say about Live Trends Design is they really do make their planters a work of art. The fact that they're using mixed media, really pushing the envelope on what can be displayed as a planter. This is a Pachira aquatica, and this is only for $15.98. Love the green foliage, but I also love the fact that that is a little bit of a more unique way of displaying a plant, is that woven basket type. And for me, just seeing this ZZ Zenzi, for instance, this is a perfect desktop type decoration because this plant doesn't really require a lot of attention in terms of bright indirect light or watering. It is actually low light tolerant, drought tolerant. It's got beautiful green foliage. Some people will actually overlook it, but for me, even the green foliage plants are absolute stunners. And then you can see right here, we've got a philodendron of some sort. I'm not the most versed with my philodendrons unless I get an actual plant ID. So feel free to leave in the comment section what the plant ID is for this one. This one is for $13.95 by Urban Jungle. I do think that Urban Jungle plants and planters are very cost effective because you're still paying for a very stylistic planter. Now, whether it fits your aesthetic is a different story. So we're just going to continue to pick up some plants. Again, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below what plants you like, what plants you're growing, or anything you just want to talk to me about in the comment section. I will definitely respond. By the way, plant foldies, I'm excited to announce that this particular track you are listening to, this musical track, is the debut of my official Grow Folds soundtrack. This one is titled Catriona, which is actually my Rhode Island Red Hen. So we actually have Charlotte's track, but this is Catriona's track, so her theme. And what better way to debut it and actually showcase and have you guys listen to it by looking at the beautiful bromeliad right over here. It's very much so vibrant and soothing. Same thing with Catriona, my Rhode Island Red backyard pet chicken. She is just one of those very regal. She's actually named after Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray from the Philippines, but this is her track. Let me know what you think, plant foldies, of the soundtrack for Catriona. And if you haven't joined the YouTube membership here, definitely do that because there is an isolated track for you to listen to. But I would love some feedback about Catriona's soundtrack, which is going to be playing right now. guys enjoyed the musical soundtrack of Catriona, it's a very relaxing and soothing music. And again, if you haven't joined my YouTube membership tier, definitely consider joining my YouTube membership tier, because I feel like you would have more access to some of my personal lifestyle blogs, updates of my backyard chickens, anything that is also personalized for me, and you will be able to have access to the Growfold's YouTube channel official soundtrack, where if you want to just let it play in the background while you're doing your plant chores, you can definitely do that, because that has been uploaded for the Super Plant Foldies YouTube membership tier. I did want to also shout out anybody and everybody that has joined the YouTube membership tier. Shout out to David as well for just gifting so many Plant Foldies YouTube membership tiers. I hope you guys continue joining and staying on the YouTube membership tier, because it does make this YouTube channel sustainable and helps with my passive income. If I'm being fully transparent, you can even hear that this soundtrack that's currently playing is Charlotte, my Barred Rock Hens song that I have dedicated to her. And you can see that, you know, music like this that's just soothing is actually something that I wish I could just play whenever I'm filming. I may end up just actually wearing some AirPods and listening to this music whenever I go again and film big box or plant shopping. But you can see right here tons and tons of different types of foliage. I can't get over the fact that Live Trends Design continues to just put things out there in terms of just the different mixed media. I mean, take a look at this, $24.98. This is some type of philodendron, and you can see that there is a little bit of cosmetic damage in some of the leaves, but it's not anything that you can't fix. Oftentimes, if there's damaged leaves, you can just take a pair of scissors and cut off the brown crispy parts. Now, I am very much so impressed for $24.98. This is a new Costa Farms self-watering planter. It's a little bit larger, and you can see right here, philodendron golden crocodile. What a stunner. It's another one of the plants that's very easy to care for, but you definitely have to provide an ample amount of bright and direct light in order for it to truly maintain its beautiful neon colors. Otherwise, if you don't do that, it's definitely just going to lose its luster and be a little bit more green when you want that neon colored. So let me know if you like the new Costa Farms Costa Farms new self-watering planters for $24.98. Price of this plant, this dogtail cactus in a 6-inch planter, for only $16.98 by Costa Farms. That one is a tropical type succulent cactus. I love it. And you can see right here, we've got Ficus lyrata, or the fiddle fig leaf tree. Love this as well. I actually have two. I ended up saving a ton of money while shopping at Home Depot. I found them in 8-inch planters for only $10. So as much as we think that we find the most cost-effective plant pricing, it's not always going to be the case. You have to really go to multiple big box stores or even local and small businesses to really compare and contrast plant pricing. I mean, you can see there are some Lowe's deals right now, and in order to get Lowe's deals or things that are on sale at Lowe's, you really have to download the Lowe's app. It's the My Lowe's Rewards, and I have cashed in on a lot of savings using that. You can see that this is a limited time only deal for some of the plants here, but you can see we've got Dracaena, different types of Dracaena by Costa Farms. Dracaenas, again, are very much so underrated plants that I just really feel like people should consider putting in their plant collection. I mean, look at this beautiful Dracaena Limelight. That is a beautiful plant. We've got a Dracaena Massangiana, or what you call the cane Dracaenas. Oftentimes those are utilized for decoration at like corporate offices, doctors' offices, dentist offices, but it is still a great plant to add in somebody's plant collection. And then you can see over here we've got a Dieffenbachia Sublime. I really love the look of this particular one. Dieffenbachias are truly tempting me to grow them, but I just feel like I won't be able to grow Dieffenbachia as well as Aglaonema long term because they require so much light. They require a little bit more consistency on the watering, even though the foliage of, say, the Aglaonema and the Dieffenbachia look very, very similar. So I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, what you think about that. But as far as just some of these plants right here, I feel like if you want large foliage plants, if you want something more instant gratification, definitely go to Lowe's or even Home Depot. You can find large foliage plants like these for such a good cost-effective plant price. You can see that that's a Dieffenbachia. We've got more plants on this side, and I'm just going to continue to stroll around and show you some more of these plants. I did feel a lot better coping with my disappointment of having my flight canceled by American Airlines, thus canceling me out of PlantCon 2025 in New York City. But I just feel like being able to film 3 episodes of big box store plant shopping and having them for our plant foldy community was well spent time. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. I do think that anytime we face adversity, face disappointment, we have to reframe that energy into something productive, something that is going to uplift us. And this community definitely uplifts me. I'm really excited to actually plant foldies. As I show you these planters right here, you can see different types of planters that people have really taken the time to post on the community tab. So if you haven't found the community tab, what you'll need to do is go into my YouTube channel, click on it, and go to community, and you'll be able to post pictures of your plants, maybe post messages to each other. I did want to say again to David, thank you for just saying hello to everybody. He was actually the first person to post on the community tab. And then Eric, Planty Buds, has actually posted a lot of his pictures as well of his plants. So I do encourage more engagement, more posts from the plant foldy community. It just makes it a lot of fun. creates a more beautifully fenestrated Monstera deliciosa leaf. I love that heart-shaped leaf. And then you can see on this side, we have so many different types of plants to choose from, come from Costa Farms. They've got a wide variety of hanging baskets. The majority of them are actually 6-inch hanging basket planters, except this one right here. This is a Hoya carnosa for only $20.98. Look at that green on green variegation. What a beautiful Hoya. And I do have quite a bit of Hoyas. I'm not quite a Hoya head perhaps yet. You already know that I'm obsessed with Aglaonemas. I believe that Aglaonemas are like the king, queen of all plants. It is another plant that just hasn't gotten the traction that it deserves. And speaking of Aglaonemas, you can see right here, we've got an Aglaonema Red Siam, and everybody needs an Aglaonema Red Siam. If you're going to call yourself a plant foldie, at least buy yourself an Aglaonema Red Siam from Costa Farms. This is only for $15.98 in a self-watering planter. The more bright indirect light you provide it, it will actually push out beautiful red margins or borders on the leaves. This is another plant that you can put in a lower light setting and actually get away with not watering it as consistently, and it will still live for you. Now, I would not suggest letting it dry out completely for too long, because at some point the Aglaonema's roots will actually dry rot, and that is not a good thing, because then the plant will actually basically decline in its health. But you can see there's a wide selection of these plants. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, if you've actually added an Aglaonema Red Siam since watching my videos. And if you've made it this far into the video, plant foldies, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. Sometimes I wonder, because there are some videos that get like 98 to 100 likes, and then there's some videos that I'm like, there's only 50 likes, but I know that there were like more people that have viewed it. So just help me out, press that button. It doesn't take that much, and it doesn't actually take away from you either. What it does is it actually helps make this YouTube channel grow. We are so close to 13,000 plant foldies, which I think is insane, but that is due to the fact that you guys have really watched through my videos, have tuned into them every day. You've pressed the like button, you've shared these videos, you've left multiple comments, and now that we have the community tab, it's even growing the engagement further. So I can't thank y'all enough as I continue to just walk around and show you these beautiful plants. I wish I had a bigger budget. Otherwise, I would buy all of the plants that I'm picking up today. Plant foldies, you can see right here, we've got some beautiful Scindapsus trubii Moonlight. This one is for originally $19.98, but it is now for $14.98. I love the silver foliage of this Scindapsus. You know, Scindapsus, there are many different forms of them. There's a lot of the variegated forms that we're seeing. And so hopefully I can get some more of these Scindapsus in my plant collection. I do believe they are easy care. And look at this beautiful Philodendron White Knight. Absolutely love the variegation of this one, and this one originally is $19.98, but right now it is on sale by using the Lowe's app for $14.98. It is in a self-watering planter by Costa Farms, and curious to see, plant foldies, if you guys have actually bought a lot of these Costa Farms trending tropical plants. I know at PlantCon 2025 New York City, they actually had the whole Costa Farms trending tropical plant location, or actually trending tropical plants exhibition, like all of the ones that they have current in stock. So I wish I would have been able to see that. And then you can see over here Syngonium again. This one I believe is a white butterfly or maybe a holly. This one is for $16.98. It's a nice lush and full one as well. One that I would definitely recommend for anybody that loves Syngoniums. It is a fast growing plant. It does need bright indirect light. You do need to make sure that you are consistently watering a Syngonium. Otherwise, it will rebel and want to go to plant heaven. So let's just continue to pick up some more of these plants. As you can see, plant foldies, this is a Lowe's location that has several different types of plants. And I would just say with big box store plant shopping videos, as more content creators are creating more of this type of content, I'm just really curious to see who you are watching, and let me know what the content creators content that drives you to watch the videos. I am just curious because I want to try to continue to elevate and evolve the content that I make for this channel, because who knows, this may end up pivoting into more of like a lifestyle blog. I just want to know what you guys want to see. I will be doing more houseplant tours with more local Dallas-Fort Worth plant lovers. So stay tuned for that, and let's just continue to look at some of these plants. Plant that I am going to eventually add into my plant collection is an Epipremnum alplissimum. This is the silver streak pothos. Look at how beautiful and narrow the leaves are. It looks like it's got a couple of new leaves that are about to come out and unfurl. Really love how healthy this is, and this one looks like one that would be very easy to propagate by just taking some cuttings. And I have been taking several cuttings of my plants because I want to multiply and propagate them. I go in these phases where I just propagate plants just to propagate plants, but I may end up selling them just like my grandmother. And for those that are still interested in my grandmother's plants, I do have them growing in my care, and I will start posting them on Instagram. Here is another classic philodendron heteroraceum. This one is just the green form. Heart leaf shape form. I love it. Very easy plant to take care of, and it's one that is easy to propagate as well. I don't know, I've been talking a lot about propagations, and I think it's because when you look at plants, when you want to get plants for good value, I just think the best way to do it is to propagate plants for each other. And you know, it makes me think, plant foldies, as I pick up this Aglaonema red Siam for $15.98. I just think about how much fun it would be to actually set up a plant foldy like plant swap or a party of some sort. I mean, would you guys participate? I know that there are several Canadian plant foldies, for instance. There are some East Coast plant foldies. I would really love to see if you guys would actually connect with each other and maybe go plant shopping. I definitely would love to meet each and every one of you guys that actually tune into my my videos. If you have Instagram, and if you ever want to just do a FaceTime Instagram call, totally open for it, and you can even see my face. I will go face on. As you all know, I am doing a YouTube channel where it is basically just a faceless YouTube, and it's because I want to make sure that my personal life and my social media presence, that there is a hard line in the sand. I do think that some people really get consumed with social media to the point where they can't really differentiate what their day-to-day life is outside of social media. And I've actually seen a couple of content creators actually take a break from social media. For me, I give myself a little bit of grace now, where if I am not able to do a big box or plant shopping video on a daily basis, I might skip a day or two. And I have really come to terms in being okay with that, because I have to take care of myself. I have to be my best self in order to be able to produce quality content. So I appreciate those that actually are patient with me, and for those that actually make, you know, the community a lot of fun by just being on the live premiere chats. Really appreciate that. And I just get so excited. I don't know, for me to just walk around and take my my phone and film content like this for about an hour at a Lowe's location. I mean, how do you not get excited looking at all of these Costa Farms plants? I mean, you can see plant foldies right over here. We do have quite a bit of hanging baskets. We've got lots of different types of exotic angel Costa Farms plants. We've got a Pachira aquatica right over here, for instance. That one is a plant that is often revered as a lucky plant. We've got a philodendron green princess right over here, and several different types of exotic angel plants. Like this one is a Hydra helix. I love me some Hydra helix. This one is the Bettina English ivy, and this one is for $5.98. The only way to grow an English ivy is to grow them outdoors in a container or a basically in a container. You do not want to put these in the ground unless it is in an enclosed flower bed. Otherwise, it will take over your lawn. It is a very invasive plant. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and keep picking up some exotic angel plants right over here. You can see we've got a Dracaena lemon surprise. Beautiful plant, underrated plant. You need to buy this one today. Let's go ahead and go shopping for these Costa Farms plants because these are value. Great value, $5.98. And these are plants that are going to bring you a lot of joy because they're easy to care for. And this one over here is another Hydra helix. This one is the California fan ivy. And I actually like the look of this because it's got rounder leaves and it still has such a cute little maple leaf shape, and I just love the fact that it's just green. It doesn't have any variegation, and a lot of people will actually make a plant value less because it is a green plant and it's not variegated. I mean, to me, the green plants are going to be the easier plants to take care of because they can carry more chlorophyll and they're able to be sustainable in that sense. They're going to have a lot more growth and vigor because there's less variegation, and it's just quite interesting the human nature that we have on putting value on something that is mutated. I do like the fact that there are variegated plants, but sometimes I just really get excited about plants that are just green. Green foliage to me is very calming. It's very much so what nature intended. I am curious, again, plant foldies, if you agree with me. I would definitely love to hear that in the comments section as I continue to show you some of these exotic angel plants. And you can see right here, a lot of the hanging baskets by Costa Farms are stunning, but I really love the value of this Philodendron Hederaceum Neon. This one is for $16.98, and look at that sport variegation. I just love the look of it. And even though the minute differences of variegation is very subtle, I love it. I love the look of this plant. It's super full. I was really tempted to purchase this plant because hanging baskets can get very leggy at the very top of the plant. And this one right here is freshly grown and it looks like it's established. It looks like it's about to start trailing, and it's got a really good price tag for it. You know, for $16.98 for a 6-inch hanging basket planter by Costa Farms, I think that is still a pretty good value. I do think that this is a plant that's very much so a beginner friendly plant. And then we can see over here lots and lots of different hanging baskets. Now these are the Live Trends design ceramic planters, and you can see right here, this is a neon pothos, and the neon pothos is my favorite pothos or epipremnum aureum because I love how bright it is, and it's just a beautiful plant. Even with the neon colors, it is still a pretty fast grower, and I really love that. I love fast growing plants, and that's the reason why I think it's kind of shocking for me to be so obsessed about aglaonema, because aglaonema are very slow growing plants. I don't know, it's just quite interesting how we fall in love with a plant. It's kind of like when you find a partner or a soulmate in life, you might not necessarily think that that is the person that you're meant to be. They may not fit the ideal qualities that you want in a person, but they end up fitting. It's the same thing with plants. Like sometimes plants just capture your attention and then you just fall in love with them and you don't always know the reason for it. I am in love with a Syndapsis exotica though. I mean, look at how beautiful this plant is, and this one is in another Live Trends design planter, and then we have several Live Trends design plants right over here on this end cap. You can see we've got these like air plants that are kind of designed in a way where it looks more like a terrarium. Live Trends design really utilizes the minimalistic approach, the easy care approach of a lot of these plants. A lot of these plants that they utilize for their planters are very much so easy care. They use air plants, they use Sansevieria, they use very easy to grow philodendron, and I just love it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and show you one more of my favorites, and that is an Aglaonema electric lime. I could have several of these, and this one is for $15.98 in a beautiful golden ceramic planter. Let's see what this looks like in terms of whether we would actually buy this again as well. I really love the look of electric lime Aglaonema. This is one that I definitely would suggest because it is an Aglaonema that has like that metallic shine to it, and then it also has the white stems for the leaves. Easy care plant. If you find it at a big box store, go ahead and buy it because it is a phenomenal plant to add to your plant collection. So as I round out today's video, just know that I am just really happy I made the decision to be proactive, productive, and not just wallow in my own sorrow, if that makes any sense, with just a big disappointment of not being able to go to PlantCon New York City 2025 because I was able to make some quality big box or plant shopping videos. You already know I like to do these live premieres because why not? We get to chat with each other, you get to see some plants, and I really hope that as you guys continue to tune into my videos, if you haven't already, please consider joining my YouTube membership tier. Click the join button on the comment section that has the pinned link. It definitely helps me out. It's only for $2.99. My name is Richie at Growfold. I've had a wonderful time showing you these plants, and can you believe we found another Anthurium Luxurians at a big box store? That is insane. Make sure you turn on all the notifications, and I'll see you on the next one.